Hello and welcome to another edition of Play Me or Fade Me. And thank you for joining us as always. Well, it is time for the split ticket with Juice Band Pace and Coda Capper Kyle. This week, it's a special edition. They're going to preview the U.S. Open. And if you guys remember right, these guys had a tremendous Masters tournament. So hopefully they can bring back that success in this show. So, I don't know where these guys want to go because I think they have outright winners. I found out that somebody's going to be betting the top Aussie. I don't even know who the other Aussies are, but apparently we're going to bet a top Aussie. I think we have a top 10, a top 20, a top 40. I don't understand why these guys don't have guys to miss the cut because I think that's the easiest bet out there. No, I don't think they offer enough odds on to miss the cut on the guys that I know aren't going to make the cut. Juice Band Pace, I'm going to let you do the honors this time around. Why don't you give us your first pick for the U.S. Open this week? Because I know you're going to be aggressive with your card.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the majors. I love golf betting. We're kind of hot right now, gentlemen. We're staying in the mix here in the golf world. Had Wyndham Clark last week, so that was kind of fun there. And we're super juiced. Of course, Kyle and I are ready to roll here. So my first one is Sepp Straka, a little older gentleman. But he's been playing some good golf this season, 10 of 13 cuts. Hasn't had a ton of success at the U.S. Open. But, gentlemen, the U.S. Open is one of those tournaments. It don't matter if you're the best in the world or, one of the bottom 5 players, golfers in the world. If you get hot, it could be your weekend just with the conditions and the wind. Some of these top guys, I got deep in the board here. And one of the reasons why is because I think this tournament is one of those tournaments that can get some deeper guys with some high numbers. So I like Sepp Straka here. Now, I wasn't bold enough to take him outright, even though there's a pretty good number. So if you don't love the top 20 and if you want to get a little more aggressive, take him to win outright. I think he's like plus 40,000 or something crazy like that. That's an insane number for Sepp Straka, who's playing some good golf this season. So top 20 plus 280, gentlemen. I'm going to go Sepp Straka at the U.S. Open here as my first bet. He seems to always kind of be in the mix at some point during the tournament. So let's just hope he can put 4 rounds together.
Okay, plus 280. Is that your most conservative play in the card this week or no?
It is actually.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. That kind of gives you an idea where Juice Man Pace is going to be going with this one. Let's go to Coda Capper Kyle for your first play this week. What do you got, Kyle?
Yeah, Pace, I like that. I like that play a lot. I bet Sepp Straka before, and I think this could be a tournament that he does well in. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that play for you, gentlemen. So for those that don't know, I think I just wanted to give a little prelude for what I kind of went at when I went with my players. This game is being played at Shinnecock Hills in New York, and Pace and I actually talked about that. They've hosted the U.S. Open. Shinnecock Hills has 5 times, and 3 players in that history have gone under par at the end of it. 2 of them in 2004, and then 1 back in like the early 1800s, whenever the U.S. Open first started. So this is a tough course with really, really tough greens. So what I did, gentlemen, is I kind of dove in. I looked at guys who are really good at basically everything else but putting, because you look at that green at Shinnecock, I don't care how good of a putter you are, you're not going to be very good at Shinnecock. I don't care how good you are. So I looked at approaches, I looked at off the greens, and I looked at driving. And I kind of went up with 5 guys that I think have really, really good odds as far as that goes. First one, gentlemen, I'm going to go Jacob Bridgman in the top 40 at a plus 140. Bridgman has been hot lately, gentlemen. He's top 10 in money this year. He is, again, one of the better putters on the PGA Tour, which, again, kind of offsets what I just said. But I think he has a really good approach game as well. And I think he has a good idea of what needs to happen on the greens to at least get himself in a pretty decent position again for this tournament. Again, he's an up-and-comer here, and like Pace said, I think this is going to be a really, really deep field this tournament. So let's go with a guy who I think's on the up and give me Jacob Bridgman in the top 40 at a plus 140.
Yeah, absolutely. Love that play, Kyle. I think we bet him in a tournament before, and he did pretty good for us. So I love that play there.
I was going to say, Juice Man is nodding his head in agreement. I think he's going to be tailing you on that one for sure.
Yes,
Juice
sir.
Man, let's go your second most conservative play. I can't wait to hear
it. All right, gentlemen, here we go. This is actually my play of the week as well. Mr. Russell Henley, a top 10 finish here, plus 320. I mean, this is insane. Look at what this Russell Henley guy's done at U.S. Opens, gentlemen. He's made over $300,000 in his last 3 U.S. Opens, a T14 in 2023, a T7 in 2024. He's coming off a T10 last year in 2025. Again, this guy, and last year he shot plus 5 too. The other 2 rounds he was under par. So a lot of people out there, a lot of experts are saying, the winning score is probably going to be 1-2 over. And Russell Henley is hitting the ball great. He can putt pretty well. He's got a good wedge game as well. So again, at plus 320 for top 10 for a guy that, has made 9 of 12 cuts at the U.S. Open. 3 top 10 finishes here for Mr. Russell Henley. And I think he has 6 top 25 finishes. So again, a guy that's always in the mix in this major. I like that at a plus 320 number there.
Another name that you've liked quite a few times this year. So very nice, Juice Band. Okay, let's go to Kyle for your second play. What do you got, Kyle?
Pace, I really love that play. I didn't go as conservative to go top 10, but I have Russell Henley top 20 on my card too. I like that play quite a bit. Yeah, Henley's been hot, Pace. He finished the top 5 in the Masters. He struggled at the PGA Championship, but other than that, he has been really, really solid. And if you look at the last time the U.S. Open was at Shinnecock, it was in 2018. People forget Russell Henley shot 1 under in round 1. He was tied for the lead with Dustin Johnson there. Now he struggled on the back end, but he's a lot better golfer now than he was back in 2018. His approach game is incredible, and he's been playing really, really good golf lately. And that's one thing that me and Pace like is, what have you done for me lately? He's been doing really good lately. So I didn't go as conservative as Pace, but I do like Henley to have a really good showing here at Shinnecock. So give me Henley top 20 at a plus 170.
Yeah, I love it. He's played in 13 events this year, gentlemen. He's made 10 cuts. In every single cut, he's been under par. So that's good to see as well going into this tournament.
That's consistency. That's playing well. And I will not do a group send on that one. So you're going to be safe, okay? Because I don't know enough about golf. Okay, let's go back to Juice Man for your
before we go back to Juice Man Pace. Can you do Russell Henley to miss the cut just to really not lock it in for me and Pace?
I almost did that. I was going to get you that number, and I was like, I can't even find it right now.
Fair enough.
Okay, Juice Band, your third play. What do you got?
Yeah, we're gonna go a little goofy here, a little something different. Action kind of teased it at the beginning here, but we're gonna go a top Aussie in this one, and it's gonna be Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith, obviously we know him as going to live. He had a hot stretch on the PGA Tour at one time, but he went to live, and it is what it is when you go to live. But he's been playing some good golf this season. He's got a kind of erratic driving the golf ball, but again. The winds are going to be crazy. So, just aim your driver the opposite way if you're Cameron Smith and let the wind take it into the fairway and you'll be kind of just fine there. So Cameron Smith, top Aussie, again, a good number, a plus 450. You got Adam Scott in there, is a Jason Day. I think is he an Aussie as well. So Cameron Smith is a third favorite for the top Aussie at plus 450. He's playing some good golf, and I just like what I've seen him out of some of these majors here. So I'm going to go Cameron Smith, top Aussie. Again, plus 450. That just seems too good to be true. So I'll hammer that. Not hammer it. One unit there.
One unit there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, before he went to live, Cameron Smith was one of my favorite players. I thought he was in that top tier of golf without a doubt. And he's teased us at a few majors, and he's had some very good rounds, but he always seems to stub his toe that one round and fall down the leaderboard. I can say that safely because I've bet on him a number of times, and I use him in my DraftKings lineup almost every time. So I'm a big Cameron Smith fan, so hopefully he puts it together for 72 holes. And he won't be on live long, the way I understand. I think he'll be back very soon. Okay, go to Capra Kyle. What do you got next?
Pace, I like that play. I just hope that if he does finish, he finishes within the top 40 because I got Adam Scott to finish in the top 40 at a plus 125. Okay. Gentlemen, this is a historic master for Mr. Adam Scott. Why is it historic? It is his 100th master 100th major. That's what I meant to say, as a professional. So this is a huge tournament for Adam Scott. He played it back in 2004, and he was really very much in it. And then he struggled in 2018. So he's kind of been off and on. But one thing about him is if you look at golf stats, and gentlemen, I don't know if you've really dove into the golf stats. I'm not like Chad, who has a magazine. I'm not one that pays that much for. But if you really dive into the golf stats, holy crap, do they put a lot of mathematics into their results. But if you really dive in, you really want to get into it. I'm not going to get into it today, but as far as approaching the green, Adam Scott statistically is the best approach to the green guy on the PGA tournament. And that is huge in a tournament like this where the greens are so rough. Getting there and getting in a good position is so important. So I'm not asking for him to win, and I'm not asking for him to be better than Cameron Smith. I'm just asking him to be in the top 40. That's all I ask at Adam Scott here. So give me him at a plus 125.
All right.
Dakota
I like
Capper
it.
Kyle he's so nice. He's like, I only need top 40. Not a big deal. No pressure on you,
No
Adam. I
pressure.
like that. Yeah. You can tell he's a parent with a little kid these days, huh? He's just got this very calm demeanor on expectations as we start this show late because Kyle couldn't get his kid to bed tonight. We love that. Okay, Juice Man, you're up with your next pick. What do you got?
All right, we're going final two picks here, gentlemen, are outright winners, and our first one is Tyrell Hatton, outright winner, plus 4,000. Last year, he had a nice showing, T4, so that was solid. He went 73, 70, 68, 72 for a plus 3 overall. Just made shy of $900,000 there for that T4. He's made a cut here at the U.S. Open in 4 straight events, gentlemen. But again, this handicap that I went with, if you watch golf, if you know Tyrell Hatton, the dude's a head case. This is a tournament that is going to test you mentally. And this dude, it doesn't matter if it's the lowest tournament or a major. This dude is just all over the place. He's getting into it with the mix of the crowd there. He doesn't seem phased, but he is a little bit of a hothead here. So here's what I was kind of thinking for this bet here, gentlemen. Everyone else is going to be playing the same course, same conditions. There's nobody better on tour that can kind of handle just everything, the noise, the mental game there than Tyrell Hatton. He might fly off the handle in round 3, but he's going to rein it in, and he's going to make it till round 4 here. So I just think that he can battle the course here, gentlemen. And I'm just not talking about golf. I'm talking conditions and all that stuff, the crowd. So Tyrell Hatton outright, plus 4,000. A little different handicap here. Not necessarily, leaning on the golf. It's just the fact that, he can hold himself in a major like this is going to test the rest of the golfers, and he's one of the best at doing that.
Oh, that guy is just fun to watch. You truly don't know what to expect out of him. I could see him, getting mad at like the spotter because they lost the ball in the rough and they can't find it, and he blames it on. I could see his putter flying. That's one of the guys that you gotta keep your head on a swivel when you play with him. You never know what club could be flying your way if you're not careful. And the F-bombs, I'd take the over no matter what. Whatever they post that number on, take the over for F-bombs.
Hammer time.
Yeah, that would be a hammer for sure if somebody posted that one. Okay, Coda Capper Kyle, you're up next. What do you got?
I love that play. It almost made my card, Pace. It just missed it, but it almost made my card. He is a nutcase, and I think nutcases could do actually pretty decent at a tournament like this. So I like that play a lot. Gentlemen, last 2 picks are kind of principal picks for me. I'm going to go with, before my Big J Money play of the day, I'm going to go with another principal pick here. And this is going to sound a little bit like Juice Man Pace here. I'm going to take JJ Spaun to be in the top 20 of the U.S. Open. I'm getting that at a plus 200, gentlemen. JJ Spaun, if you remember from last year, is the reigning champion of the U.S. Open. So he's coming in with that mindset there. And again, what do I talk about? What have I talked about all podcast long? I talk about driving, and I talk about approaching the green. He's the 3rd best on the PGA Tour in terms of approaching the green, and he's one of the best drivers in the PGA tournament, sitting at 20th as far as driving accuracy goes. So I think that he is going to make a really, really good showing here. He has played really, really good golf all season long, and I think he has a nice showing here at the U.S. Open. So give me JJ Spaun top 20 at a plus 200.
Okay, that seems like to be some pretty good value there, I would think. So I like that play. Okay, Juice Man Pace, what do you got next?
Yeah, Ricky Fowler, the last play here, gentlemen, outright winner. Some crazy odds, just short of plus 13,000, plus 1,205 or plus 12,500. So yeah, you put $100 down, you come out with just under 13,000 if he can win this outright. But again, Ricky Fowler is a guy that's just kind of always in the mix. He's T4, T5 at the majors and things like that. He's just kind of always in the mix, just kind of lingering there on Sundays. Hasn't been able to put it together here this season. But again, he has 1 runner-up finish this season, guys. 1 top 5, 7 top 25. He's just kind of always around. He's playing some great golf as well. So I think he's played in the U.S. Open 14 times, made 10 cuts. So I like Ricky Fowler here. Love the number as well. And just for a guy that just kind of seems to always be around on Sundays. So again, we'll hope for that orange suit that Ricky comes out with on Sundays, and they'll take him outright at plus 12,500. Big number there.
I will say this: Ricky Fowler cannot golf much worse than he golfed a couple weeks ago, Pace. So
he got it out of the way. He got it out of the
way. Kyle, you're still bitter about that one. You don't like a last place finish in golf, do you?
Not when you bet him top 20. I don't know.
Okay. Well, so before we get to Kyle's pick here, just for the record, you guys have not touched Scottie Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Colin Morikawa. Kyle, please tell me you're going to touch one of the big dogs on this show.
Well, I'll let me just
You're
say
going to put them all
Zach.
together, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not.
Okay.
That's something Pace would do. That's not something I would do. Gentlemen, I will say this. So Action, before I make my play, he did give us the permission that going forward, we can honor our plays of the day towards something else, like he does with his mom, and he does a really good job with the mom's peach pie play of the day. I decided I'm going to do that, gentlemen. I do this show and I do everything in my life for a lot of people, but two people in particular, my wife and my son. My favorite thing that my son currently has right now is a toy broom. I know that sounds really, really stupid, but he loves playing with the big broom, and we got sick of him playing with the big broom, so we got him a toy broom, and that's all he has, and he plays around with. So my son's toy broom play of the day is going to be my play going forward. And gentlemen, let me tell you this much: we got a guy who's coming into this tournament with top 10 in money this year. He has won three of the four majors, twice in the PGA Championship, one Masters, one the Open. Gentlemen, Scottie Scheffler top 10 is the play. I mean, this is it. If he does this, he has the Grand Slam. He'll become the first player since Rory McIlroy to get the Grand Slam. So this is a huge tournament for Scottie Scheffler. He's again one of the best approaches on the green, one of the best drivers on the tour. His struggle, everybody knows it, is his putting, but I think he's going to be smart enough to know how to get it on the green and get him in a decent spot here. And again, I'm not even asking him to win. I'm asking him just to go top 10, and getting that at a -105. I'm going to take advantage of that every single day. So my son's toy broom play of the day, give me Scottie Scheffler in the top 10 at a -105.
Yep. Love it.
Love it. Juice Band, when you hear about a broom, what do you think of?
I think of baseball.
Well, you think of baseball. I think of a sweep, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that means Kyle's going to run the table. You guys are going to run the table. I like this. I think it's going to be good vibes.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
I did not even think about that, but I like that.
Yeah,
I
like that. And it's, I don't like parlays, but Scheffler, Rahm, Rory, and Xander to make the cut. You could parlay those guys together and get even money, just for the record. Just for the fun of it. But since we didn't touch a lot of the big names, I'm just giving you an out there. But I mean, I have to add in like the last two players to get to Juice Man Pace's type of payout. So I won't go that direction. Okay, I don't know why I put Kyle first on the screen again. So let's go back to Kyle. Why don't you recap your plays?
All right, U.S. Open full card. I'm going to take Jacob Bridgman top 40 at a +140, Adam Scott top 40 at a +125, Russell Henley top 20 at a +170, JJ Spaun top 20 at a +200, and my Big J Money play of the day. Let's get this Grand Slam Scottie Scheffler, or at least get top 10 at a -105.
Beautiful. Juice Band, your card.
Yes, sir. We're going Sepp Straka top 20 +280. Russell Henley, which is my favorite play on my card here at +320 for a top 10. Cam Smith top Aussie +450. Tyrell Hatton, then the nutcase in himself outright +4,000. And then you're taking a flyer on old Ricky here outright at a big number there as well. So excited for this week. Should be fun. It's going to be great golf. I was looking for a bet as well if the winning score would be under par. I think it's going to be under par. I think it's going to be 1 or 2 under par. Haven't found it yet, but I do like that play as well.
They said since they've hosted the U.S. Open at Shinnecock, the highest finishing score is 4 under.
Yep.
So
yeah. So haven't found it yet.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, you guys crushed it at the Masters. Let's repeat it here, okay?
Yep.
I'm glad you didn't talk about the PGA Championship Pace, just for the record.
I don't even consider that a major. We only
that happened,
majors.
right?
That happened. I mean, I don't remember the PGA.
We only have 3 we only have 3 majors that we talk about on the show. So.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I only care about 3. So, okay. Well, hey, thank you very much, gentlemen. Until we meet again, manage that bankroll. Don't chase money. Have fun, and let's cash some tickets together. Good luck, everyone.
Peace, guys.